Bangladesh and the mainland, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands are of particular strategic importance as they sit astride one of the busiest focal points, the Malacca Straits. Joint warfare has two critical elements. First is planning and the second, execution. There can be no doubt about the fact that joint planning in times of war is an absolute necessity, for it provides multiple options and is a much better way towards achieving operational objectives. Physical joint execution of warfare, especially between the Army and the Air Force, is restricted to a small but extremely important portion of the overall air effort, and the existing organization and structure has proved to be fairly effective, both in 1971 and the more recent Kargil War in 1999. With one of the most dramatic natural frontiers to contend with, the ground forces are almost entirely limited by the amount of logistic support that can be provided by surface means. Many of these outposts are supplied and sustained by only air logistics, which are in turn hampered by weather associated with the high mountain reaches. Offensive action on the ground is limited by the quantum of force which can be brought to bear, and even critical elements like artillery have limitations of mobility and sighting targets. Armor is virtually not usable in such terrain. On the Indian side, especially in the east, our surface border communication arteries run along the valleys in a generally north-south direction without lateral links. Not just the army, but entire civil populations in certain regions of the northeast are largely dependent on air logistical support for their day-to-day existence. The road density in Arunachal Pradesh, for example, is only 17 kilometers against the national average of 73 kilometers per 100 square kilometers. These indispensable airdropping operations are further complicated by the harshness of the terrain and the unpredictable weather conditions, which make flying a hazardous occupation in these areas. Due to rapid advances in technology, especially in the field of avionics, it has become incumbent upon the Air Force to continuously upgrade the existing fleets to maintain their operational relevance. The Light Combat Aircraft, or the LCA in particular, is expected to be the next generation fighter for the IAF in the years to come. These are the standard bearers for not just the IAF, but also for self-reliance in the future. Configured to be the world's smallest, state-of-the-art, fly-by-wire, lightweight, multi-role combat aircraft, the LCA is made of aluminium lithium alloys, carbon fiber composites and titanium. The first LCA technology demonstrator took to the air in January 2001. Filmed from a Chase Mirage 2000, TD2's 26th flight in November 2002 brings out the look and shape of the things to come in the new millennium.
To 75, turning right, and thereafter we'll do the exit.
Okay, 308, 107. 308, 107. And Colin 308, 107 ground.
Turning right, 270.
Roger, and Colin setting up 12.
Roger, will come. One more time, then we'll start.
Okay.
Under the overall direction of the Aeronautical Development Agency, the prime responsibility for most design and fabrication work lies with the HAL, which is also developing the advanced light helicopter and the intermediate jet trainer for the IAF. Aircraft maintenance in the IAF encompasses a wide spectrum of varying sophistication, from the relatively simple HPT-32 piston engine trainer to the Mirage 2000H and Sukhoi 30. The task of keeping the aircraft and weapon systems fully operational requires knowledge and skills of a very high order. With the ever-increasing sophistication of aircraft and their systems and the ever-spiraling complexity and cost of modern weapons, it is imperative that an Air Force has the requisite infrastructure to maximize the potential of its existing equipment. For all said and done, the air power of today could shape our destiny tomorrow.